this review, we have the Transformers Legacy Bludgeon and Ruckus. When you get this guy, likely it's going to be in this brown box. This is not the mailer, this is just the box they ship this in inside the box. And the real box is inside and a little bit different packaging. I've noticed that these two packs that they've been doing, instead of having kind of like the rendered Photoshop looking style, they have this line art looking style, which is pretty cool. I wouldn't mind them doing this for everything. So nice that they are switching it up. You'll notice that this is part of that Doom and Destruction collection. And I'm kind of curious if there's going to be more figures to come out in this kind of like subline. So we get the robot molds on the front. We got Bludgeon on this side, and we've got Ruckus on this side. On the bottom, we have a UPC, although this is a Pulse fan channel type thing. So this is like an online product. And then on the back, we see robot mode, vehicle mode for both. And other little thing is we've had a couple, actually, we had quite a few bludgeons. This one, I believe, is meant to be based on IDW universe. Okay, so that's the packaging. And in the box, you'll get the instructions along with these two guys. And I don't believe there's anything hidden in the back. Nope. So this is pretty much what you get. So let's go ahead and get these guys on out. Okay, so here they are out of the package. And I will say I'm mostly interested in this two pack for Ruckus because he's definitely G1. He's a trigger bot from back in the day. The trigger bot toys were kind of weird. They didn't have great articulation. I mean, G1 didn't have a lot of great articulation to begin with. And these figures were kind of like blocks with their whole purpose of having the little feature where you'd press a button and the little guns would pop out um, from behind them. So having a modern interpretation of this is kind of cool. Now for Bludgeon, Bludgeon is a retool of Tarn, which is a mold mate for a different version of Bludgeon. So I think this might be the fourth iteration because there was another version of Tarn in the four pack, the Target four pack that came out a while back, the one with Cliff Jumper, Transformers Prime Cliff Jumper. I've not been too interested in Tarn in general, but I really like this iteration mostly because it's quite interesting. Uh, he's got this whole thing where like part of his jaw is missing, so that's kind of fun. This is I don't even remember like the storyline behind it, but the design looks cool. And this head with the colors and everything, I think this works maybe better for him than the Tarn look. So, uh, going over the robot modes. So Ruckus has these two blasters, and they are meant to interact with his trigger bot configuration. So he's got these levers in the back, and you're probably gonna have to get some kind of spludger or something to pull these out because there's no real good way to do that. Maybe you can take you can take the gun itself to help. And so you've got a hole there, and plug those in. They are a bit frustrating to get on because with this pushed all the way in, you can't really get this guy in there. I guess they really should go in this way with this nub facing up. Yeah, that makes more sense now that I see that. And then you can recreate the whole gimmick of them flipping up. And then he's got shoulder cannons. Then he also comes with a gun, and you can see the gun is cast in this tan color, and they painted it black. Likely did that because this is the this is on the same sprue as these tan parts. It is a bit difficult to get this gun in his hand. Okay, that took some work for some weird reason. But with that, and then you kind of want to tilt the guns up to be more like the toy. You can do whatever you want to, obviously, but that's the overall look. I do like how they've kind of recreated the stickers. All these elements are, you know, three-dimensional. They're not just flat, tampos, uh, paint jobs on there. And overall, it's a good-looking figure. Now, the interesting thing is he is a remold of Beachcomber. So this is kind of crazy. So you can see that his thighs are the same, the wheels are definitely the same, which means he also has rubber tires. The top portion of the arms are the same, the hands are the same. The feet are done completely different, so obviously the lower part of the leg is different, but the design of this is, at least the front part is different. But you'll notice these back portions are identical. And if you get inside, gotta move this out the way a little bit. You basically can see that it's the same engineering. So quite surprising. Oh, and the guns are the same. They're the exact same guns. So I don't know if I've ever seen any manufacturer, let alone Hasbro, do something like this where they have a remold that's just so completely, like visually, so completely changed. So I think that's kind of cool. And then one last quick comparison. Here's his Triggerbot buddy, and it's cool to have both of these. Although one thing that's a little disappointing is his implementation. He's got these really stubby shoulder guns. I wish they could have done something to make them more prominent, like they are here. But you know, you can display them together now if you want to. Okay, so that's Ruckus, and then Bludgeon. He actually had one of his turret guns pop off coming out of the package, so this should look like this. He's got all of the same setup as Tarn did. So you have a million different ways that you can display this guy and his weapons. The turret works like this, and you can put this in his hand, you can put it on his forearm, you can put it on his shoulder. He's got these 5 millimeter ports everywhere on him. You can mix and match. You can just like you can let your imagination go wild. He also has a sword because he's bludgeon, and you can store the sword pretty much anywhere if you wanted to. So you got tons and tons and tons of options. Neither option is wrong. Like just let your imagination go wild. The design itself is pretty cool. Outside of the head, I don't know if anything else has been remolded. I think this is all just different paint job. Hopefully, I will be able to review the Target 4 pack soon, so we'll come back and do a comparison with that bludgeon. But I do really like the colors. That's the main thing. Like the colors really pop on this guy. Okay, so those are our robot modes. Let's get them into vehicle mode and take a look at that. Okay, so here they are in vehicle mode, and you can see Ruckus does, comparing him to Beachcomber, he's got this almost like Cybertronian Doom buggy type look going on with him, just like more armored, especially with the guns pointed out. And then you've got ports where you could place his handgun on top or sideways. You could put it on the side here. You got lots of options. If you wanted, you can take these guns out and put them on the top. Well, I guess not really. Yeah, maybe point them backwards, but you get the idea. And actually, this is going to be the better way to do it. And same thing with bludgeon. These smaller guns, they do kind of peg in, but you can unpeg them and pull them out. He's got his turret, and it basically just pegs in the back, these two slots. So you're not going to get this guy to be too dynamic with the turret. Like it's not going to like lift up and point up, and there'll be basically a bit of, actually, I wonder if he's meant to be more like this. Yeah, I think that's what the problem is. No, actually, that does not fit. So, yep, it was this way. But you get the idea. And then for storage for his sword, he's got some ports really all over. Like he's definitely a weaponizer structure. So all those weaponizer figures that you have, you can take apart and just, layer him, you know, to the 10th degree with weapons if you wanted. Yeah, he's literally has 5 millimeter ports everywhere. Um, it's a cool design. It is a little flat, like when you think about how it's all built, but it gets the job done, and it definitely looks, like an alien tank. So, that's really what you're going for here. So that's the review. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, tune into more videos coming up. And if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you.